So, you want to make your car's horsepower rating higher on a budget? Or you just one of those car enthusiasts that want your ride set apart from the masses? This is Saf Auto, and I'm going to be taking you through the top 10 performance modifications for your car on a budget. Let's get started. So first up, we have cold air intakes. This aftermarket part moves the air filter outside the engine compartment, and that means away from the heat the engine produces to a cooler place in the engine bay. This in turn means cooler air is entering the engine, and this air is denser and carries more oxygen into the engine than hot air does. And this means more power. Prices may range from $100 to $500 depending on the brand. But be assured that cold air intakes are a popular choice amongst car owners looking to boost horsepower and improve throttle response in their car, and for some to have a nice sound when accelerating. Just be warned that these intakes don't take too much effort to spoil by debris and water getting into it. At number 2, we have performance exhaust systems. The exhaust is in the final stage of the combustion process, and this system is responsible for evacuating the waste gas produced after fuel has been ignited out of the engine through the catalytic converter and right out of the tailpipes. It sounds rather simple, but it is a very important and vital system that ensures these waste gases do not enter inside the car or remain in the engine after combustion, and that means a loss in power. It is therefore necessary that you get this installation done professionally, as an improperly installed exhaust system can do more harm than good. A performance exhaust ensures these waste gases leave the engine faster, more efficiently, and within the shortest time. However, what you may gain in performance, you may lose in silence, fuel efficiency, and perhaps money from your wallet if your car doesn't meet emissions regulations. Prices are normally around $300 to $1,500, which makes it rather pricey, but is still quite affordable considering how expensive car modifications can get. At number 3, we have suspension upgrades, and the one we're listing today is lowering springs. You see, lowering your springs is a great option for improved handling on a budget. Though do note that there are other options that you can consider, like coilovers and air suspension, but they're not on the list because they're out of our budget, and coilovers are more suited to racing where precision and maximum handling is needed, so not for the average Joe. Lowering your springs is an easy and inexpensive route, and it involves reducing the gap between the tires and the wheel arches. This can typically range from $200 to $600. Lowering your springs may give your car a mean-looking stance and improve handling, but it affects the overall geometry of the car. So do make sure that you have your lowering done professionally to ensure proper alignment and performance. At number 4, we have performance tuning, and there are going to be two parts here. It's going to be about ECUs and performance chips. So what is an ECU? This is the brain of your car's engine, and it stands for Engine Control Unit. It controls, well, pretty much everything from fuel injection to ignition, timing, and has access to every sensor in your engine. Most cars have their ECUs detuned from their full potential in order to meet emissions regulations and be fuel efficient. So why not free this trapped bird and unleash the car's full potential? An ECU flash can easily get your car to be more responsive and make you have a notable increase in power. These tuning services can range from $300 to $1,000 plus, which makes them amongst the most expensive on this list too. Performance chips, on the other hand, are pretty much the same, but instead of having to reprogram your ECU or flash it, you simply feed it new instructions that are in the chip, kind of like putting a flash drive into a computer. Performance chips are typically priced from $100 to $500, which is much less than an ECU tune. Both carry their risks and rewards, so the choice is yours. But I highly recommend that you do these tuning services or purchase these chips at specialized tuners who are well established in the business, just to be safe. At number 5, we have upgraded brakes and braking systems. Well, brakes are what stop your car, and the better brakes and rotors you have, the faster you stop. Okay, well, in the real sense, it also depends on how much pressure you generate when you step on the brake, but hey, that's for race car drivers to worry about. Vented rotors better dissipate the heat from braking, and the greater the surface area that the brake pads touch the rotors with, the more friction you can have, and therefore more stopping power. Prices can be as low as $100 and be as high as $1,000. And I mean, who knew stopping could cost this much? A household name such as Brembo offers quality brake components that provide improved brake fade resistance. At number 6, we have a high flow catalytic converter. This kind of catalytic converter has a greater area for exhaust gases to flow through due to its honeycomb shape and larger passages for air to flow through. Prices may range from $100 to $500, and this aftermarket part offers increased performance without sacrificing emissions and compliance. Brands like MagnaFlow, Flowmaster, and Vibrant Performance provide quality options that are easy to install and widely available at specialty exhaust shops and online retailers. At number 7, we have upgraded spark plugs and ignition coils. Spark plugs are what make your engine go boom. Well, I didn't mean like that. I meant they make it possible for combustion to happen in your engine. The ignition coil lets the current flow from your battery right into the spark plugs, of course at a higher voltage, which spark up your engine. Do you see what I did there? Anyways, your car can have consistent ignition and improved throttle response with upgraded spark plugs and ignition coils. Spark plugs typically cost around $20 to $100 per set, while ignition coils range from $50 to $200. Some well-named brands include NGK, Bosch, and Denso for reliable spark plugs, while companies like MSD and Excel provide quality ignition coils. At number 8, we have performance air filters. Now you might say, isn't this the same as a cold air intake, as it increases airflow and improves engine performance? Well, sort of, but this is a cheaper alternative to a cold air intake and runs less risk of damage due to water and debris, as some cold air intakes may be positioned much lower in the engine bay. Some of these air filters can even be washable, saving you from having to replace it often. With prices ranging from $30 to $100, these filters offer enhanced filtration and airflow compared to stock filters. And these of course are very easy to install. In some cars it's as simple as unclipping a clip and can add a few figures to your car's horsepower rating. And hey, it's possible to put both a performance air filter and a cold air intake together. At number 9, we have lightweight wheels. Lighter wheels means less unsprung weight. And what is unsprung weight? This is weight that is below the main body of a car. So that includes the suspension, the brakes, the rotors, the calipers, etc. A reduction in this weight results in less wear and tear on the suspension and would mean less rolling mass, which translates to less force being needed to stop the car. However, make sure that you choose the correct size of wheels for your car, or else you may cause some real damage. Ensure you visit a qualified mechanic for installation. While prices vary on material, size, and brand, you can typically find lightweight wheels ranging from $100 to $500 per wheel, so that's $400 to $2,000 per set. Brands like Anke, Koenig, and BBS offer quality options that enhance both performance and aesthetics. And at number 10, we have short shifters. This of course is the final item on our list, and it does not necessarily increase horsepower, but it reduces the time taken to shift gears, and it's also called a short throw shifter, and you'll understand why shortly. You get that? Though this doesn't apply to automatic cars because you have to have a manual transmission for this. This modification shortens the throws on each gear by making the angle at which the gear must be engaged smaller. This means that your hand travels a shorter distance, resulting in faster shifting and less time spent with one hand on the wheel. But of course, as the distance from the pivot decreases, the force applied in order to engage the gear must increase, and there's moments of a force ring a bell. So be ready to have, let me say, a bit more flair in your gear changes with this modification. With prices ranging from $100 to $300, short shifters offer an affordable way to improve shifting feel and responsiveness. And there you have it, the top 10 affordable performance mods for your car, whether it's a daily driver or a project car. Now, all of these mods listed here will not give you 3-figure bumps in performance. At most, you're looking at an increase in 40 to 50 horsepower or more. So do let us know in the comment section what are the modifications you can put on your car, on your daily drive or project car under $1,000. Like and subscribe for more content like this. This is Saf Auto, and we'll see you in the next video.